I solo mined Kaspa with GPUs back early 2023 and was hitting a lot of solo blocks because the network hash rate wasn't very large. A lot of people weren't on it at that time. Fast forward a year and a half or so later, and hitting solo blocks on the Kaspa chain is nearly impossible unless you have big boy ASICs on. So I got these two Kaspa miners, KS0 Ultras, the little home miners from leadminer.com about 3 weeks ago, I'd say. I've had this steady test going on of pool mining versus solo mining, and I had them both on kaspa-pool.org. They have a solo mining option on that pool, so you essentially don't have to reconfigure a node for yourself. Well, long story short, I was hitting 0 blocks, decided to look into what it would take to spin up my own Kaspa node at home. It was pretty darn easy, so I did it. I pointed that solo miner to it. Latency dropped, of course, because I'm in the same network. About 24 hours later, well, a little more than 24 hours later, I hit a solo block. So, proof of concept validated. Fuck it, I'll go ahead and keep that node up and running. So in this video, I'm gonna teach you just how to do that using Proxmox as a hypervisor, Windows 10 as a VM, and the KDX wallet / node as the main node, and then KS Bridge to link your Kaspa miner to it. I'm using Ice River. I haven't tried this with any other, Bitmain or Gold Shell because I don't have them, so I can't confirm it does or doesn't work. So before we get started with that, let's listen to a word of today's video sponsor. In the fast-paced world of crypto mining, having the right equipment can make all the difference. That's where LeadMiner comes in. LeadMiner is your trusted distributor of high-performance ASIC miners, dedicated to helping you maximize your mining potential. With a carefully curated selection of cutting-edge hardware, LeadMiner connects you with the latest and most efficient mining solution from top manufacturers. What sets LeadMiner apart is their commitment to quality and customer satisfaction. Whether you're new to mining or expanding your operations, LeadMiner has the expertise and products to support your goals. With their personalized customer service, you're never on your own. From selecting the right miner to getting it up and running, LeadMiner's team is there to guide you every step of the way. Join the growing community of satisfied miners who trust LeadMiner to power their success. Every investment comes with risk, so be sure to do your own research before diving in. Ready to upgrade your mining setup? Visit leadminer.com today and discover the difference that top-tier ASIC miners and exceptional service can make. This here is my Proxmox virtual server, my home lab. And again, proof that this is what I've done. Here is my KDX or Kaspa node. You can see right here, this is my worker. We can see its hash rate, average hash rate. I did hit a block. It's been up for a couple of days now. I've only hit 1 block so far, but that's a lot better than the 0 blocks I was hitting before. This was where I was solo mining at kaspa-pool.org, and you can see my solo effort, and I hit 0 blocks over time. So how did I set this up? So we will come in here and come up to the top and hit create VM. VM ID, whatever you want to keep it. Let's just name it whatever you want. What I do is start at boot. We'll hit next. An ISO that you're going to want to use for this, I'm using Windows 10. Keep in mind this is being recorded September 2024. Windows 10 goes end of support in October 2025. So maybe you want to do this on a Windows 11 machine instead, or Linux, but this walkthrough is specifically for Windows 10. So we've got our ISO, all this can be default. Let's see, I put this as SATA. At least 100 gigs of storage to hold the blockchain. So we'll do 150 and SSD emulation. Next, we'll do a dual 4-core processor. I've got plenty of proc left on this. We can see in the actual Kaspa node that I have running, it's hardly using any CPU, but it's 100% definitely using a lot of RAM. Back here, we'll do dual 4 cores, because why not? I do not want it a ballooning the device. I want the RAM static. 8192 is gonna be my memory. We are gonna put this on, let's put it on a different VLAN. Let's put it on the AI VLAN. That way things don't get mixed up when I'm trying to point a miner to it or show you how to point a miner to it. And we'll let that bad boy build. I said bad boy build, not bad boy Bill. Great house DJ from Chicago way back in the 90s and into the 2000s. He may still be touring today. Either way, let's check in with that VM now. The little lock is there so we can see it's still building. All right, our VM is ready. So now, just like you would do with any other VM that you're spinning up, you're gonna wanna install the operating system, do your updates and upgrades, get it up to its most current and secure state. Then we go through the process of installing the node. So I'm gonna do that now, but you don't have to watch this. Let's just fast forward to when this is already ready and we can move forward with the steps to install the node.
2 hours later.
So here we are a little while later, after we've got our VM updated, plain old basic Windows VM, up to date as much as it can be. One of the first things I like to do is come down and pause updates as far out as you can. That way you don't get any surprises. So there's a couple of places that you can get the KDX node from. Get it from the GitHub or KDX app. It's the same either way. You've got a Windows, Mac, and Linux version. Obviously we want Windows. If you get it from the GitHub, I believe it comes zipped and not an exe file. So we're gonna start our Kaspa node, click through all the prompts, do all the things, just like you would any other program you want to install. That takes a couple of minutes, 5-10 minutes to install, especially on a VM. Go ahead and hit finish. So this is the first screen that you get. You'll come here under configuration type. We're gonna leave this as Kaspad node. Leave it on the main net, of course, because you want to get paid, and then we can just hit proceed. This is kind of our main screen, and to save us, we'll turn on dark mode. We're also going to turn on advanced features, advanced settings. Then creates this tab here where we can see the processes working. So we can see this is on Kaspa mainnet, the amount of storage used, the uptime, DAG sync is waiting. Now you just gotta wait. Seriously, go walk away, go outside and touch grass, go do something else. This is gonna take a long time to sync the Kaspa blockchain with your node. But while you're waiting, go and get your Stratum bridge, which you'll need for the Ice River machines. So we'll go to GitHub, link again is in the pinned comment, go to releases, and you're gonna wanna get the most recent release. Come here to the .zip because again, we're on Windows. You're gonna want to extract all, and I just keep it all in the downloads folder, why not? It's a single app I'm using the VM for. So you've got a config file and an app file, an executable. We're gonna come here and open with Notepad. You'll look for more apps, go to Notepad. We're going to come down to where it says localhost. You can see that all the rest of this is all uncommented. And here is where you're gonna put the IP address of the VM you're working in. Currently is this for me. You're gonna wanna set the IP address static on this VM, just in case it reboots or you have a power failure when everything comes back on. It all goes back to where it was set previously. It doesn't assign it a new IP address and then everything breaks. So we'll come into YAML, put the IP address of the machine, save the config file, and exit. And that's all you have to do there. So again, we can see that it's processing the blockchain. I'm not gonna let this complete all the way. I just wanted to get this far to show you the process. So you wait until your DAG sync here. In fact, let's look at the actual node. Your DAG sync will say 100%. You wait until you essentially see this screen where it shows 100%. It's got quite a bit of storage used. As of right now, it's 25 gigs. When that's done, you can open the KS bridge. Firewall is going to try to block you. Just go to more info and then run anyway. Check this private network box that says allow access. It's not going to let you now because the Kaspa's not synced, but wait for sync before starting bridge. So when you are at 100% on your DAG sync, on your miner itself, under mining settings, make sure you put stratum plus TCP : / and then the IP address of your local node. So in our case, it would be 192.168.70.2. That's the IP address of the VM. That's all you put here. And you've got your port number of 5555. Then here you can do your Kaspa wallet, and then .worker name and password, optional password. And then do the same thing for pools 2 and 3. Hit save, and then you wait. Again, wait for everything to sync up. You can then come back to the Kaspad and it will recognize that your worker is connected to it. It might take a couple of minutes to actually show up on the bridge and start showing hash rate. But that's it. Then you wait and you cross your fingers and you hope you hit a block. You can see I've had this running for 3 days, almost 4 days. and have only hit one block. But that proves that this works. One thing I want to keep in mind here, so just ping the gateway. We can see from inside the network, I've got, there's no ping time. Whereas if I were to, let's see, what is ping the stratum of the pool that I had this on, average 37 millisecond ping. To be honest, isn't bad, but 0 is a lot better. So that kind of helps you just the slightest bit, and it doesn't take much to run one of these nodes, to keep it up and running, especially if you've already got a home lab environment. And this can easily be done on a standalone PC, on a piece of hardware as well. What do you think about this? Is this something that you're interested in? Would you want to run a Kaspa node at home? Or what other solo mining nodes are you interested in standing up so that you don't have to deal with pool latency or additional fees? Let me know. Leave a comment. If you made it this far in the video and you learned something today, smash that thumbs up button. It really helps the channel. And if these are the kind of videos that you like watching, consider subscribing for more like it. And of course, thanks for watching.